DuPont innovation lowers LCOE by increasing cell efficiencies and system lifetime while reducing total system cost. Materials matter.
That is, for me, the show of industry.
Hello and welcome to the PV Tech Newscast. The headlines this week: China and Japan will dominate the market for at least the next 2 years. M+W buy out Gehrlicher America. Amonix beats its own CPV efficiency record. First Solar and Ingenero partner up to sell to Australia. And President Obama puts solar panels on the White House. China will be the biggest deployer of PV in 2013, according to a new report by NPD SolarBuzz. Japan will remain the most active PV market, however, with a growth of 150% and 5 gigawatts of projects in the pipeline for installation before the second quarter of 2014. The combined demand from China and Japan is forecast to reach 9 gigawatts in the second half of this year. Total Asia-Pacific demand will exceed 16 gigawatts in 2013, representing a 90% increase from the previous year. Japan's Ministry of Economy, Trade and Industry said that 19 gigawatts of commercial solar had been approved by the government under its solar incentive scheme. Rising demand in China has been stimulated by the government's efforts to encourage distributed generation. Rooftop installs exceeded ground-mounted in the second quarter of 2013 as a result. However, with obstacles to grid access for solar farms cut, Chinese ground-mounted projects are expected to pick up again soon. M+W Americas, a company of M+W Group, acquired 100% ownership of Gehrlicher America Corporation, which will henceforth operate as a standalone subsidiary of M+W Americas. Currently one of the fastest growing EPC companies in the US, Gehrlicher America had sales of approximately $73 million in 2012 and is expected to exceed $150 million in 2013. Jerry Shin, previously COO of Gehrlicher America, will assume the duties of president of the subsidiary. California-based CPV manufacturer Amonix claims to have beaten a record it set earlier this year by achieving a 35.9% efficiency rate for a CPV module. The efficiency level, achieved in a National Renewable Energy Laboratory trial, supersedes the 34.9% average efficiency the company recorded in a similar test in April. The trial was conducted under recently adopted IEC test conditions for CPV of 1,000 watts per meter squared and 25 degrees Celsius cell temperature. Solar manufacturers will increase their expenditure for the first time in 3 years as they look to meet demand from emerging economies, according to IHS. Capital expenditure, including investment in production and manufacturing operations, fell by 72% in 2012 and is expected to fall a further 36% this year. However, a new report by IHS predicts that in 2014 it will rise by 30% to $3 billion. In 2011, the industry spent $12.9 billion, but the overcapacity in the market has seen this figure nosedive to a low of $2.3 billion in 2013. The expected recovery is likely to be led by the rising demand for PV in emerging markets. The growing new markets appear to have spurred on the financial recovery of some manufacturers, who can now look to reinvest that money. Meyer Burger, one of the leading suppliers of equipment for PV manufacturing plants, reported its first order in 2 years earlier this month. US thin-film module manufacturer First Solar and Australian PV developer and installer Ingenero have formed a partnership agreement aimed at serving the market in Australia and the Asia-Pacific region. The two companies will target the commercial and off-grid markets. Ingenero has experience of building small to medium-scale projects, while First Solar is more commonly associated with the utility scale. First Solar announced on Monday that the company had also made 2 high-level appointments in Saudi Arabia and the Middle East and for their market in North Africa. And finally, the White House is currently having solar panels installed, an official has revealed. The move is said to be part of an energy retrofit that will improve the overall energy efficiency of the building. In 2010, then Energy Secretary Stephen Chu said a tender process had begun for the installation of 20 to 50 panels. No details on the specification of the install or the companies involved have been revealed, other than to confirm they are American-made panels. President Carter installed 32 solar thermal panels in the late 1970s, but then President Ronald Reagan had them removed. Let's hope the new installation lasts a little bit longer. And that's all for this week. Be sure to catch next Friday's newscast, and in the meantime you can keep up to date with all the latest news via our website and our Twitter feed. Thanks for watching.